Alright, hop on this live. Been a minute since I've done some podcast material, so I want to come on here and talk. Get some shit going. See who's gonna jump in here. Come on here to talk. I like to talk. I'm a deep person. Talk about anything. So I figure until the next interview, until the next podcast interview, I'll start coming on here more often. See who's finna join. Got 1,400 followers, but 30, 40 people fuck with the podcast. It's all good, though, because I'm going to remember them 30 to 40 people when I get on. It's all good. What up, homie? About to come on here and start talking my shit. Same shit that me and you always talk about. When I be talking about a whole bunch of shit, you just be listening. Like, what does this nigga talk about? That's what I'm about to come on here and start doing. Because I be saying some smart shit. Sometimes I be saying some shit that just goes through one ear and out the other, but I be dropping some gems for people. Not gonna cap to you. It's nerve-wracking being in front of the camera. Like, everybody thinks it's cool. It's different when it's live. People just jump in and listen to you. And you got to keep it going at the same time. Like, it's your responsibility to keep the live bumping. I ain't doing shit. I'm at the crib. There's people out right now living their life. I'm at the crib chilling. So I'm about to see what's up. What up, Lance? It's cool. We still got to do the pod, my guy. I didn't know you was going to hit me up on Snap. I figured you would call me by phone. It's all good, though. Get on the next podcast. Of course, you got to return the favor. Hop on the Domino Effect. Got to get that plug in there. I got episode 5 coming with my two dudes from Struthers, opening up some nutrition, building. You're going to talk about ownership. Change your number like that. I really don't. I've had 2 numbers, bro. The one number that you know I've had since forever, and then this new one. But I'm gonna hit you up, though, because we for sure got to do that. I was lit to find out that you even had a podcast. Like, I'm so late to doing this shit. I feel like everybody already started a podcast, and I'm just now starting. But that's lit as fuck. I fucks with it. And Gage, you got to come on, too. Because Gage knows, he's my military dude. Anything that I need to know about what's going on in the world that they don't talk about on CNN every day, it's the nigga I'm going to. He's intelligent. And he's funny. Even though he don't think so. I think I'm funny, too. I need to start coming up with topics. I just be hopping on here. Be like, 1, 2, 3, go. Like, that's how I'm going to start ruling my life like that. 1, 2, 3, go. If you sit and you try to think about something too long, eventually you're not going to do it. So, 1, 2, 3, live. Funny like that. Nah, dog. Nah. You can't be in a relationship that long and be funny looking. Not happening. I need some questions. I need something to get me going. I need just one question to be like, boom, and then I'm going to go down every single rabbit hole. I really just want to talk about life. Like, that's like a huge, like, that's a very vague topic, life, but just dive in it. Like, appreciating life, appreciating the little things. Like, what is really something to be? Nah, hell nah, bro. Far from that, no. It was the worst hair decision I've ever had. Actually, no, that's cap. I did like it, but I'm too grown for that now. Yo, what's good? Good, much better. I was in a dark space before, but I'm better. How you doing, Hales? By the way, Hales, I'm glad you're on here, because that's so funny that you and James are now, like, I don't know if y'all are, what y'all doing, but I used to work with James. I forget where I work with him at. But then I seen him, or one of you posted a picture of each other, and I'm like, wait a minute. Like, right there, that's how crazy life is, man. And he be doing wrestling shit, and I fuck with wrestling. So shout out to James, too. But I'm doing good. Just been taking care of the kids and trying to figure out what I'm trying to do in life. Trying to stay positive. I come up with a new idea, like, every day. Okay, you're doing good. For sure. Glad to hear. Glad to hear. I didn't know how everybody's doing from Fiserv. That was it's a hell of a job. Nobody's ever worked at Fiserv. You need to get in there. It's the easiest job. They don't check you for nothing. So what I really should start talking about is my job experiences. I'm big into call centers. Obviously, if you can't already tell, I like to talk. And call centers has been my thing since I got out of high school. I've worked at damn near every call center in Columbus. I'm so skilled and yet to be promoted. I've always stayed in the same position. But I know anything about Spectrum, anything about Discover cards. If you're going on short-term disability, your cell phones. And not a couple, but yeah, almost. Oh, you work with Klarna? That's hard. I'm late to that. I actually just found out what Klarna and Afterpay was like a month ago. So now, if you see me show up with a whole bunch of new clothes and shoes, why? Why would you think about that night? That not that night. We are hiring. I need to get in there. I for real need to do that because I DoorDash full time now. All I do is DoorDash, which, I mean, if you really about driving, you can make a lot of money DoorDash, and I just don't be fucking with driving with police and shit. But I'm gonna look into that because that would actually be a job I'd be lit for. I'd provide great customer service. I'd be like, dog, you never heard of Klarna? Let me put you on. But senior prom, yeah. We just gonna leave it at that. Shouts out to my man Gage though. He got restraint like crazy. Like if he don't want it, he don't want it. I'm gonna just say that. Fucks with high school. The who I was in high school is not who I am today. Like a little bit, but like not at all. I didn't change. I went to college and got exposed to the real world. It ain't been the same since. College turned a nigga out. I was like, I thought I was doing something until I went to school and I saw other niggas doing things. It humbled me real quick. And, you know, when you get around some new shit, I ain't gonna call it peer pressure. You interested in doing it. You never really been around certain like settings and shit. And you get indulged in that shit. And took it back, that classes took a back seat to all that, and then eventually came home. Been working ever since. I call it a blessing though, because I wouldn't have had my kids had I not left school. So everything works out eventually. But ever since then, I've been on some clinical therapist shit. I've been trying to be on some psychology. Just did deliveries 2 years and made money. I hate when people be on live and they read the comments, but I'm gonna be that dude real quick. You know, speak the customer email chat. Oh, that's dope. Actually, I would prefer that for real. Because although I say I like to talk to people, that's not every day. So then back-to-back calls I can't be taking. But if it's just like chat and stuff, that I could do that. I mean, it's very cliche, but I mean, just being with the kids, starting up this podcast. I gotta plug it every time I get, but starting up this podcast, which you need to come on there too. You know what I'm saying? We could same thing with my boy Lance. Like I could come on your podcast, you could come on my podcast, but I'm really trying to push that. Like that's like my main goal is getting that podcast because the idea and concept of it is really just somewhere for everybody in Columbus to come, you know, do a video at. Like, I would want the thing to be if people are hanging out and shit, they like, did you just hear that such and such was on the Domino Effect? Let's watch it. Like, let's see what they really like. Like, a lot of people on social media got these crazy lives that they be living. But I just want to see, like, all right, who are you for real? Like, let's put you in front of a camera, ask you some questions, put you on the spot, see if you really like who you claim to be. Like, for sure. I've been saying, I say this to everybody, but I'm for sure we gonna link because we definitely got to do that. And I want there to be like like 1,000 episodes. I want everybody, like whoever, to come on the podcast. And it gives you something to look back on. Like 5, 10 years from now, you could look back at that and see like how you was thinking, like what you was about, what you was focused on. It just works. You come on, you promote it. People that follow you come to my page. You on my page. People on my page go to your page. Like it's supposed to just build, like keep building. That shit is expensive. I'm too much of a perfectionist. I gotta have it done at a studio. I can't just do it at the house. And that shit adds up quick. So, taking a brief pause, but once I get the funds and everything, I like to do like 3 or 4 at once. You know what I'm saying? Like I could go do one, but I like to have 3 or 4 so I can have them to drop boom, boom, boom. But that's all I've been doing, and at the same time trying to figure myself out. Like that's a 24/7 job, and I don't think anybody ever like actually figures out who they are. You can have like a good general idea, like a good concept where you're comfortable to go out in public, but to really know who you are through and through, that's something you gotta do 24/7. When you sleeping, when you're not sleeping, like when you working, when you're not working, you gotta keep thinking like, all right, what makes me happy? Like, what is it that I want to do? Gotta have something to look forward to. That's one thing I did learn in life is having something to look forward to. Like when you wake up, you want to have. Aren't you a Virgo? Maybe you're some baby. What's your sun sign? I'm a Cancer. You can't. I mean, come on. What other what other sign do you think that I would be? I'm a Cancer. Yeah, June 25th. But you know what I'm saying? Just having something to look forward to. Like when you wake up, you want to have something like, all right, I got to do this today, or I have this person that's depending on me, or whatever the case may be. Just having something to like to reassure you, like there's a reason to be awake today. Like I'm happy to be awake so I could go do this. Because if you have nothing going on, like no plans, like no goals, no nothing, like you wake up and you'll just like want to stay in bed. Like there's like the what, which is reasonable because like what reason would you have to get up? But I don't know. You're just gonna have to find something that keeps you going every day and appreciate the little things. Appreciate every little thing in life. I'm always discovering who I am. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's fun. Like it low key is fucked up because like the most or the time you find the most out about yourself is like when you're going through some like negative shit, like a breakup, financial shit, whatever, emotional shit. And that's when you really like find the most out about yourself. But generally, like just finding anything about yourself is lit. Like I've learned so much about myself in the past 3 years that had I not gone through what I went through, I probably wouldn't have known. So that's one of those things you got to just, it's cliche turning L's into lessons, but it's for real. Life is too short to be dwelling on shit. If it doesn't impact you like fatally, it's not worth holding on to. And I used to be, I hold on to the past. I still kind of do for real. But living in the past is going to really prevent me from moving on in life. So I'm learning to let that go. The good and the bad, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's good to go back to the past when shit was good and go back to that mindset. But at the same time, go back too far, run into some negative shit. Hop on this live. Appreciate little things, man. Every little thing. Like, that's what I learned to do. Connections, money, whatever it is. Alyssa, you kind of just threw off my vibe. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't expecting you to come on. I was talking some real shit and then you hopped on. So it's cool. I'm gonna get my shit back, get my vibe. You already know I'll be doing podcasts, so I came on here because due to some financial situations, I'm gonna hold off on doing a podcast right now. So I want to come on here and just talk what I normally do. Talk about some deep shit. Very deep person. I go down a lot of rabbit holes. Talk about something right here, and then I'm talking about something way different. I do that to everybody I talk to. I'm like, what is this nigga saying? But I was just talking about appreciating little shit. And that's me and you kind of talk about that shit all the time. Like, just like if it really holds no weight to it, it ain't worth carrying on. Like, you know more than anybody's fucking baggage I got. So learning to let that baggage go was like the most important thing, and that's what's really like changed my life and like let me open up to doing other shit. I understand that. Yeah, well, you got like some more interesting shit to talk about. I just be going on there to ask people questions about themselves. Like, I be tuning into your shit, and I don't know nothing about astrology or none of that, but I be into it. My my 30. No, hells, I'm not 30 yet. But don't let that hold you back. You feel me? You can teach yourself. I don't even know how you become a professional astrologer, but you can teach yourself. Each podcast, you can learn yourself something new. I am 22 years old. I don't even want to think about being 30. I already think I'm old as fuck at 22. I got a whole lot of life to live. It be fucking me up, bro. I need more people in here. You feel me? I need someone like school and certifications. I mean, if you're being technical, I guess if you want to be a certified astrologer, professional, you did say that. But nah, fuck it. Still do it. Ain't no reason why you can't. If I had the bread, I'd do my podcast every day. But like I said, I'm a perfectionist. I can't be doing shit at the house. Although I do respect people that do podcasts at their house. It's just not my forte. Like when somebody watches my shit, I want them to be like, damn, that was like he spent bread on that. That looked real professional. Can't do that at the house with an iPhone. Next time I hop on this bitch, I'm gonna have some like topics and pen and paper. I just want to see who would jump in this bitch. See who would be in here watching. Not old you want to be. 33. No, I don't want to be old. That's the thing. I just feel like I'm old. I mean, 33. Okay. Well, see, I didn't even know you were 33. So, you got that going for you. I couldn't tell. Yeah, no. I don't want to be old. I just feel old. That's because I don't be doing no young shit. I'm a homebody. I don't really be trying to go out to the club. It's probably because I don't drink. Ain't no reason for me to go out if I don't be drinking. I ain't about to be that nigga at the bar drinking a Sprite. I ain't gonna get no play that night talk about. Alcohol is disgusting. It's just watching niggas drink at the bar make my stomach burn. Niggas drink that shit like water. It is not growth. I appreciate it, like trying to flip it, make it a positive thing. Like nah, it's not growth. That's like growth would be getting out of my comfort zone. Even though public is my comfort zone, just getting out at clubs and bars. I like to be heard. I don't like to hear shouting. I don't like to shout to people. Alcohol is disgusting. Only thing I'll drink is Hennessy. I could drink Hennessy. That's because like I'm used to the taste. Not even for real. But one shot, I'm cool. Like I'm lightweight. Can't handle no liquor. I still go out and have a good time though. Like I be high off life. Just being out in public, being around music, being around other people, that'd be enough to get me through. Niggas need shots to get out and go out. Not me. I'll smoke. I'll smoke all night. I ain't taking no shots. No shots. No cap, the same. Same. It was good. It was good. I took her to Kalahari, and then we stayed there for a couple of days, like one day, and then that was it. Her birthday was actually yesterday, and unfortunately, due to scheduling, her mother had her at the time, but we got our time in this past weekend, so it was good. It was good. She did terrible too, but she more ready for the world than I've ever seen a kid. Like the photos and videos I post of her did not do her justice. Like she is intelligent isn't even the word. Like she's book smart, like she knows her alphabet and stuff like that, but just situation smart. Like she knows what she's doing, which is kind of scary because I feel like what am I here for? But nah, she's ready for the world, and so is my son. I ain't gonna downplay him. He's ready for the world too, but he kind of like me. He kind of real. What's the word I'm looking for? Like not an introvert. Like he gotta be comfortable. Like once he breaks in the ice, like he cool. Then he gonna talk to everybody, but he ain't necessarily always gonna be the first one to break the ice. So, but Alea, she a lot different. She gonna break that motherfucker. She gonna stomp on the ice. I hate. I ain't gonna say I hate going out in public with her, but she's one of them. She wants to start a conversation with everybody. Like she says hi to everybody, and then now their kid is saying hi. Now I have to talk to the parent, which not all the time I would be trying to do. Everywhere she goes, like they be talking about how cute she is. Then I gotta be like, oh, thank you. Do not be trying to talk to everybody. You know what I'm saying? She believes in that. I ain't heard the word diva used in a while, but she is a diva. Like, she is your typical, like, not to the full extent, but like Hillary off like Fresh Prince. She's like that type of like I don't know where she gets her entitlement from. Like I'm not even gonna say it's entitlement, but she just like I'm a Leia. Like you should I know I'm cute. You should tell me I'm cute. Like you're supposed to get me stuff. Like she's that type of vibe. But she's so genuine with it. Like I don't know. And she's 2. You know what I'm saying? She just turned 2 yesterday. So I ain't ready for her to get older. And I hope all this type of vibe with the females in society today is all different. Like I'm not trying to have a Leia be on no random nigga Snapchat twerking with a bottle. Nope. I ain't the biggest nigga in the world, but I'll hit the gym. I'm ready for whatever. Like with her as my daughter, I gotta be ready for whatever. Boyfriend dads, crazy exes. Like she gonna make me get a CCW. I don't even want to do this. I don't want to lift. I don't want to go get a gun. Having a daughter will make you do it. uh, I don't know. My eye is not itchy. I don't know why I keep rubbing my eye. It's one of those things when you giving speeches, like when you say and like a lot, like rubbing your eye, like gives you something to do. Or laugh. I do that a lot. I'll say some shit and that like just makes no sense, and I'd be like, so I was at the mall yesterday. Anyways. All right. I then put my 20 minutes in. That's what I was trying to do. Give it a little bit more, see if anybody comes through. I feel bad for the girls who break my son's heart. Yeah. You know, that's actually a good question. I don't know what would be worse to deal with. My daughter getting heartbroken or my son getting heartbroken. Cause if she gets heartbroken, then I have to train her to not fuck with niggas and just be like on her shit. But then like if it happens to my son, I gotta tell him, fuck bitches, like just move on with it. Like that's not what I want to tell him, but I don't know. That's tough. Both of them come in the same day talking about I got my heart broken. But like I am not ready for all this right now. I'm gonna be a cool ass dad though. I can't wait for those talks. I'm gonna have some deep talks with my son and my daughter. Like, look. tell them the same thing. Yeah. I mean, all you can really tell somebody in a heartbreak is it is what it is. There's nothing that you can tell somebody when they're sad that's really gonna change their mood. You could just, I mean, it is what it is. Y'all not together. Y'all were yesterday. Y'all not together today. I mean, it's that simple. You fuck with this thing underneath the table. Here's some questions. I had a question. Give me more questions. Some get me rolling. There's no point in getting a haircut if you wear hats all the time. No point. Teenage boys are way more dramatic, emotional scenes. We've had many talks. That's what I'm saying. Like, I already know. Based, I hope my son is everything I am and everything everything I'm not and a little bit of what I am. Like I want him to what I know now. I don't want him to ever just I want him to know right off bat what to do and what not to do. But I can imagine that 12 to 16 thing with boy. He was born in 2017, so he'll be 18 at the end of 2035. That's insane to think where life is going to be 14 years from now. Wow. 2035. I'll only be 36 when he graduates, so I'll still be young. And I'll be 37 when Alea graduates, so, or 38. All right, Hells, me and you just need to do a pod, a live thing. I mean, I'm about to hop off here in a second. I'm gonna try to do this earlier. Can you hear me well? Since you're the only one in here that I can ask you, can you hear me well? Cause I got this thing underneath it, so I don't know if you can hear the mic. Talk too much today. Big bet. Nah. Talk too much these days. What you mean? There's no such thing as talking too much. I gotta keep telling myself that. There's no such thing as talking too much. If the person sits there and listens, I mean, hey. Regardless if they're hearing you or not. Because there's listen and then there's hearing. You can hear somebody, you can feel the vibration on your eardrum, but to actually listen and to process what they're saying is something completely different. Little gem for you. Mouth dry as shit. I ain't bring no water. This is why you gotta do trial experiments. You gotta try everything for the first time, so now you know the next time what to do. Everybody lives be lit. I can get one of some of my kids about behavior. They don't want to hear me talk. For real. No. I'm eventually have my own show. Hales, you have to remember it. Remember the name Jay Shu. It's gonna mean something someday. Someday soon. Someday soon. A whole bunch of ideas. We need to have more events in Columbus. Not the only place you should. Wait, what am I trying to say? The only place is. That's a good way to think about it. The only the bar shouldn't be the only place you should be able to go meet somebody. Is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can meet people anywhere, but there should be events tailored specifically to, I guess, not necessarily developing relationships, romantic relationships, but relationships in general. I had this friend that was into event planning. I'm not gonna say into event planning, she was doing event planning, and we always came up with ideas. There should be a speed dating in Columbus, which I think, I forget, good people, you will be known to hear that drive. Thank you. Same to you. There should be speed dating where, I mean, on a random Tuesday, Wednesday, bunch of single people out there You know what I'm saying? That way you're not necessarily competing with the bars on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. If you do like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you got more people to come out. And I guess you don't necessarily got to go to find relationships. I mean, you could just go to go, but there should be like a speed dating thing. There should be um, like a improv, well, not an improv night, but I don't know. There should be other events to go to. That's like something that you would look forward to every week. You go meet people at. There should be like friend socials, like literally an event for people that have difficulty meeting people and like just want to just are open to meeting people, like just want some friends, and like you go there and like everybody's there for the same reason, so you ain't got to feel about feeling weird or looking dumb because you're at this event. But you know what I'm saying? You have somewhere where everybody's like, yeah, bro, I'm in the same situation. Like, I got a whole bunch of shit that I want to do, a whole bunch of shit I want to say to people, but just got no one to say it to. Like, there should be something like that. Or do like different colored wristbands. Like, if you're wearing yellow, I'm extroverted and or whatever. Or if I'm wearing red, I'm introverted and I need you to approach me. But then something like that. There should be stuff like that. Like, people don't appreciate social interaction enough. And instead of saying there should be, I'm gonna be the one to do it. I'm gonna be that. I'm gonna be that one. I need some water. Throat, mouth dry. I have to go eat dinner. Thank you. Like that's the perfect compliment to send me off with. Thank you very much, Hells, and I appreciate you staying in here and listening. And again, I'm gonna start plugging your podcast. Even if you don't come on mine, I need to start sharing yours because it's interesting. I've never heard of an astrology podcast before, so that alone should get people to come listen to you. But enjoy your dinner. Have a good night. I definitely will. I'm gonna come back on here, get more people to appreciate it. It's hard to do things when people don't like it or say anything. You gotta have a really fucking strong passion for it to keep doing it. But it's all good. We keep doing it. One of them's gonna catch one of these days. Just one of these days. Get the podcast. Like, it's really just I could be up again by summer. Big bet. Big bet. Looking forward to it. That's actually smart. Get it popping when everybody's outside so they can really see the stars. I see what you did there. That's smart. That's smart. Niggas just start saying random shit when they trying to figure out their next thought. All right, I'm solo dolo, so now I can take the time to think about what it is I want to talk about. Feel like I said all I had to say. Not actually. That's a lie. Not at all. All right, Hells. Much love to you. Have a great night. Mm-mm-mm. All right. I look fried. I did smoke right before. Shouldn't have done that. I hate looking fried. Because most people, when they smoke, only thing that changes is that their eyes look red. My whole face makes me look slow. There's nothing wrong with looking slow, but it's not my preference. I just don't look right when I'm fried. Just be looking down my eye. Be looking like I got like a lopsided eye and shit. I care too much about like how I look and shit on camera, bruh. It'll drive you crazy. It really will be in light skin. Alright. Ain't nobody else about to jump in this bitch. I'm about to hop off. Reflect. Figure out what it is I'm gonna do on my next live. And probably come back in 5 minutes after I hit the blunt again. Shit is wild. 1,400 followers. 1,400 followers. Ain't nobody up in this bitch. Ain't ain't 1 in 1,400 sitting on their bed scrolling. Just by accident, you jump into the live. Nothing. That's crazy. I ain't really never been, since we on the topic, I ain't really never been the one to trip over ghost followers, but like, what is you doing? But I really don't, I only see like the same 10, 11 people on my feed, so maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I just need it for my podcast. Fuck all the pictures of myself. Just when it comes to the podcast, push that motherfucker. Because I need that to go. Forget the selfies and stuff. That's just for me. But podcast is for the people. Oh. All right. I told myself I was only going to go 20 minutes on here, and I think I went over 20 minutes. Which is good, because I thought I wasn't even going to make it to 20 minutes. So